Mrs. Doris Roland Grogan, age 69, of Sylacauga, passed away at her residence last night. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Delbert McLean, age 94, of Sylacauga, will be this morning at 11 o'clock. This afternoon at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. at Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, with the Reverend Jeffrey Adams officiating. Entombment in the Evergreen Mausoleum. Visitation today, noon until 2 at the North Chapel. Mr. McLean died June 9th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. He was owner and operator of McLean Body Shop for over 40 years, an avid gardener and plant lover. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the Ark of Sylacauga. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Thomas Glenn Bullard, age 66, of Sylacauga, 3 o'clock Tuesday at Mount Sharon Baptist Church, with Brother Mike Johnson officiating. Burial in the Talladega Springs Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Mr. Bullard died June 9th at UAB in Birmingham. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Mr. James Miller, age 93, died June 9th at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. Radley Smith Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And funeral service for Randall Glenn Henderson, age 63, of Harpersville, is today at 3 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Eddie Birchfield officiating. Burial in the Harpersville Cemetery. Mr. Henderson died Thursday at Shelby Baptist Medical Center in Alabaster. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Patricia Pat Ballo, age 74, died June 8th. Funeral service this morning at 11 a.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel in Talladega, with burial in the Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. The Reverend Renee Rogers will officiate the service. Memorials can be made to the Outlookers Outreach Center. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Althea Garrett, age 61, will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock from King's Chapel Church, with Pastor Terry Swain officiating. Burial in the church cemetery. Sims Funeral Service, directing. Funeral service for Lucille T. Simpson, age 72, is today at St. Francis Catholic Church at 1 o'clock, with Father Shobin officiating. The body will lie in state at the church from noon until 1 p.m. Burial in the Midway Memory Gardens in the Garden of the Old Rugged Cross. Mrs. Simpson died June 8th at her residence. She was a lifelong resident of Talladega. Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home will direct that service. And Miss Charlene Westbrooks, age 76, of Alexander City, died June 7th in Knoxville, Tennessee. Funeral arrangements are pending. Their arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Funeral Home of Alexander City. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.